Hello everyone, welcome to Vent Time with Connie. I'm your host Connie. Hi, how you guys doing today? Is everyone doing well? How was your Valentine's Day? I know I'm just not talking about it now, but hey, I hope you guys had a great Valentine's Day. And I did had a great one. It was really fun. And I hope in your relationships, in your marriages, that you guys don't only show each other love only on Valentine's Day. Hopefully you guys do that all the time. But anyway, today's episode, I'll be talking about things you can do or how to uplift one another. Before I go into it, I just want announce that my podcast is now available in all platforms. It's not only in Spotify and Apple and Anchor. It's now available in Baker, in Radio Public, in Overcast, in Pocket Cast, in Google Podcasts. It's now available in all platforms, and it will keep being available in other platforms. So go check it out, guys. And please don't forget to subscribe to all those platforms so you can get notified each time I upload. So you can get, so we can stay connected, okay? And please don't forget to write me a review on this platform. Also, I just want to welcome back old listeners and also welcome new listeners. Thank you so much for your continuous support. And we are growing all the time. We are growing rapidly. And I'm so thankful and grateful. I can't thank you guys enough for your support, because I started this thinking that it's just going to be a one-time thing, but it's growing each day. It's already been 2 months. Yes, we reached 2 months. So we're already 2 months doing this, and I'm so grateful. Thank you so much for sticking around with me for 2 months, and I hope you're going to keep on sticking around for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and we're going to keep going up and up year from now. Talking about going up, today's episode, I'll be talking about uplifting one another. In today's world where cyberbullying and any kind of bullying, it's everywhere, basically. You can find it in anywhere. If you go into any celebrity, you can go to their, let's say their Instagram page, and you go down the comment section on any of their picture or something, you will always find someone saying something negative, someone bullying them, someone just, tearing them down, and it's so sad. And this doesn't happen just only to celebrities, even within one another, within friends, within, group of people that know each other. And it's so sad what is becoming. You go in Twitter, they have Twitter warriors, keyboard warriors. People can just go into the computer and they feel like they can say anything to anyone without thinking about how that will affect another person that's reading it. They don't care, because they think because no one can see them, they can just type in anything. They can just post anything. They can just comment anything, which is so sad how people do anything just for likes, just for follow, for subscribers, for whatever. And it's so sad. People are all about the likes, all about, what's trending, which is so sad. Why do we care about this now? Why do we care about being the most trending person on Twitter or Instagram or Snapchat or whatever it is? And why does that have to happen in expense of other people's life, other people's feelings? Why? Why do we do anything for popularity? Why do we do anything for fame? It's wild. It's crazy. I don't get this generation where the world is turning into. So because of this, likes and follow and subscribers, people will just do anything or say anything. Even though something they would never say in front of that person, they will say it on the computer, just typing rubbish, typing negative stuff that they would never, ever have the courage to say in front of people. That's just ridiculous. So today's episode, I'll be talking about uplifting one another. And the word uplift is basically when you elevate or stimulate someone morally or spiritually. When someone is feeling down, you use words of encouragement or you're trying to bring them back up. So how can you do this, How can you uplift one another? It seems like in this world, in this day and age, in this modern day, we are so self-absorbed, we are so self-centered that we don't care about nobody but us. If we are not the one that people are getting dragged online or being talked about negatively, we just mind our business. It's not me, so I just gotta mind my business. But we are afraid to stand up for one another. We are afraid to stand up for something that is right. But because of it's not us, we're just gonna close our mouth short. I like it's none of our business. But when that is happening to us, we want someone else to stand up for us. Or we get all up in our feelings. But we can't defend each other. If you can defend each other, then no one can defend you. It's crazy. You can't eat your cake and have it. We're so wrapped up about ourselves. The previous episode I talked about self-love, how to love yourself. Yeah, but now I'm talking about while you're loving yourself. Hopefully you've loved yourself enough, then you can spread out that love. You can give that love to others too. It's not just only loving yourself, but you have to share the love with one another, because it's not everybody strong enough to, or confident enough to, or be courageous enough to just stand on their own. Sometimes they need a ladder to step on, They need a shoulder to lay on, So be that shoulder and be that ladder for one another, okay? If you are strong and confident and courageous enough, try to, impact that or influence someone else to be that way too. They cannot just automatically be that way by just standing beside you. No, you have to speak. And when you speak positively. So I'm going to talk about 5 things that we can do to actually uplift one another. So the first one that I will talk about is think before you speak. Yes. I know we are in a country, in the United States, in a country we have freedom of speech. You can say what you want, right? At the same time, words you say can hurt people, can even kill people if you're not careful what you said, okay? So, there's a consequences for every action, okay? The same way there's a consequence for every words that you say, okay? So be careful. If, let's say, you don't have anything to say, don't say anything at all. You don't have to say something. Especially if you have something negative to say, don't say it. You need to backtrack and think about, why am I thinking this negative stuff? Why do I want to use these words on someone else? Like, would I want someone to do that to me? So we need to think about these things and think about what we say sometimes, or our actions can impact someone's life. And it could be detrimental to their life. So you need to be very careful with what you say. And when you are speaking to someone, use appropriate words, mostly positive words, okay? And avoid calling people out of their names. And humble yourself when you speak. If someone brings in their concern to you, what they are going through in their marriage or in their relationship or their family, don't talk to them in a way, I don't, I'm not going through this in my family, I don't know what's going on with you. I don't know what's going on with your relationship or your marriage, because I'm not experiencing that. I don't know what's wrong with you. Don't do that. Don't say that. Try to be open to hear what people say. Try to humble yourself. And if you have experiences that's similar to what someone is saying, in a way for you to make someone feel better or try to talk to them, try to relate with them. Try to be in the same ground with them. I don't know how to explain it, but just try to be the same level with them so they can understand you. But when you put yourself in that high pedestal and try to talk to someone and say they don't go through this, you don't know what's going on, they will not listen to you because they will feel like you cannot relate with them. You cannot understand. Your life is perfect. Your life is imperfect. But if you can humble yourself and tell them, look, I might not understand exactly what is happening to your marriage because I haven't experienced it, but I understand we all go through things in life, and just give them some examples of people that you might know that went through it, or people in general, the stories you have heard, and try to find something. It might not be exactly the same thing, but some difficulties that you have faced and how you overcome it. Just try to relate with them and be the same level with them so they can understand. It's like when you're talking to a child. If you just stand that tall and talking to that child and the child is below you, the child will be looking at you and they probably won't understand what you're talking about. But when you calm down in that level and use the same tone of voice with them, or try to talk to them in a very childlike and kind way, they will understand you because they feel like you can relate with them. And I'm not saying when someone comes to talk to you, you should talk to them like a child. No. My point is, try to relate with someone that's coming to you with their issues, with their worries, with their problems. Don't try to make it feel like they are the only people that are going through this, and you're not going through that with your life. Your life is perfect. You don't know what's wrong with their life, why their life is not perfect. Don't do that, because you're going to dismiss them, and then you're going to dismiss their feelings and their issues. Try to relate with them as much as possible. Then number 2, I would say, is practice acts of forgiveness, okay? Be quick to forgive and forget. Yeah, most times people will hurt you. It's bound to happen. Nobody is above hurting each other. Everyone makes mistake. No one is above mistakes, okay? So when people hurt you and they come to you and ask you forgiveness, okay? Try to listen to them. Don't try to dismiss them and feel like they are not, try to listen to them. Don't listen to respond. Listen to understand, okay? So try to understand and be considerate, because people think differently, because people are different. People have different cultures. There's individual differences. There's so many differences. What you consider rude might be different from what another person besides you consider rude. Even within families too, there's differences, okay? So we need to try to understand, okay? Especially when the person comes to you asking forgiveness, try to understand and forgive them and let it go. Release them from their guilt, because it takes them a lot to admit they're wrong, to even ask you forgiveness. So try to understand them and try to be considerate and forgive them and let it go. Life is too short to be holding grudges, okay? Then number 3, I would say, is stay away from gossip. Yeah, I'll be number 1 to admit I'm guilty of this, okay? Women tend to gossip. And I realize not just only women, guys gossip too, okay? But please, as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to myself too about this too. Try to stay away from gossip and stay away from this spreading unnecessary rumors and unnecessary gossip that is not even true, that will eventually hurt the person that you're talking about. And it's not worth it, okay? If you're not sure about something, don't say it. If you want to be sure, go directly to the source and ask them, I heard this about you, is it true, or stuff like that. Or sometimes just keep quiet. This is what I believe in. Nothing is hidden under the sun. If God meant for you to learn about it, to know about it, it will come to light and you will hear about it. Okay? So stop spreading rumors that you are not sure of, or rumors in general, period. And I'm talking to myself the same way too, because I'm guilty. And number 4, I would say, is share knowledge. And knowledge, I'm talking about, let's say if your friend is thinking of maybe starting a business, or and maybe he or she's going through some health issues, and they come to you and lay their concern to you, don't dismiss them. If you have the information, or let's say if you come across some article that might be beneficial to that your friend, share it with your friend. If you have any doctors that you can recommend to them, or if you have someone in your family or in your circle of friends that had a business before, that run a small business, try to hook them up or try to connect them so your friend will learn from that person, okay? Don't try to block people. Oh, okay, let me even say this. There's no way you can block someone's destiny. This is just what I believe. If you think not sharing that information to your friend will stop your friend from succeeding, you are lying to yourself, because you are not God. If God wants that person to know, they will find out somehow. God will use someone else to give them that information. So if you have an information and your friend is telling you about something that that information you have can benefit your friend, give it to her. Relay that information to her. Don't try to hide that information thinking you're the only person in this world with that information. Somehow, your friend will find out about that information and your friend will succeed without you. Are you going to sit back and watch her succeed? It's either you join her succeed or you just sit back and watch her succeed. And when you are hiding things and trying to block people's destiny, usually you will block your destiny at the same time too without knowing. So be careful, okay? If you have information, help your friend, send it out there. And if you have ideas, send it out there to help her. And your friend too, when you are going through the stuff too, or when you're having something that you need information in, your friend will relay the same information to you, okay? And also, the last one that I will talk about is spread love, not hate, okay? Use encouraging words when you are talking to one another. Think positively so that your words or things that come out of your mouth will be positive. If you think negative, there's no way positive things will come out of your mouth. Okay, let me explain. If, let's say, some people are good at pretending, they will think negative about you, right? And then you ask them, oh, what do you think? And they try to pretend and say something positive. Let me tell you, people will see that. They will see through you and know that you are faking it and know that this is not actually what you meant. The first time you might, get away and they believe you, but your action will not match up with your words. So try to think positive. So when you say positive words, your action will match up with what you're saying, okay? Think positively so it won't be hard for you to use positive words or think good for people or wish people well, okay? If you see your friends succeeding or your sister or your brothers or your whoever your coworker is succeeding, uplift them, encourage them, and applaud them for it, okay? Your time will come. Everybody has a different path in life, okay? Just because your friend is succeeding today doesn't mean you will not succeed tomorrow, okay? Let them succeed. Your time will come and you will succeed. Everything is turn by turn, okay? It just wasn't your time yet. If it's your friend's time, let her have her time and let her rejoice of her success and celebrate with her, okay? And try to be encouraging. Use encouraging words to her so she will know that people actually love her and also support her, and support her and care for your loved ones how you would want to be cared for, and build up one another, inspire one another, stimulate one another, elevate one another, and support one another so we can all grow together, okay? So we can all succeed together, okay? You're not in any competition with anyone in this life, okay? When your friend is getting married, one of your friends is getting married, celebrate with her, support her. Your time will come, you will get married too. Don't feel like your friend is getting married doesn't mean that, oh my God, she's doing better than me. No, it's just not your time yet. Life is not a race. Focus on your own path in life, okay? Your time will get there. Just be patient. It will get there. There's no way you can steal somebody else's time or steal someone else's destiny. No, focus on yours. Rejoice for one another. Rejoice or celebrate one another when they succeed. Okay? Your time will come and people will also rejoice with you when you succeed. There's so many negative people in this world. Be the odd one out and be positive. Don't be like everyone else. Be different. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, before I end this episode, I'm going to share some of the quotes that I found really profound or interesting that I feel like will go with this topic. So this one that I found is success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. That's by Winston Churchill. And another one that I found is no matter what you are going through, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. And that's by my girl, Demi Lovato. And also I will end with this Bible verse, Joshua chapter 1 verse 9, which says, "Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be frightened and do not be dismayed. For the Lord your God is with you wherever you go." Okay, guys, while you are going through any difficulties in life, know that God is with you every step of the way. I love you guys and thank you so much for your support. And I will see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to check out my episode every Tuesdays and Friday. Love you. Mwah. Bye-bye.